We have a segment called Ask Dan, where you, the viewer, you get to write to me questions about relationships or marriages that I get to answer. Today's question comes from, I don't know whether it's a man or a woman, but they say that, Dear Dan, because of this pandemic, we are forced to spend more time together, me and my spouse, and it is getting on my nerves. What should I do? Wow. Let me just shock you. You're not the only couples who are going through this, because this is what happens when you neglect each other for a very long time. Over time, it catches up with you, and then now you're forced to spend time with somebody who you have not been building friendship with. And so you're starting to notice all these things that they're doing wrong. And sometimes also it's not the petty things. Sometimes it's the big things like finances, because people are really stretched right now financially. So if you're a man, you have a wife who's telling you like, hey, you're not man enough, what are you doing? Or if you're a man, you're like, hey, my wife, what are you doing? You're wasting money. So this is the time for you to look at this as a challenge for you two to know each other better, to love each other better. And this is a shake-up that's meant to lead to your stepping up. So step up and become a better partner to the one that you love. And you two will realize that this situation can actually be turned for good. Because let me tell you this pandemic is going to end. Once it ends, I hope that you two are going to be a better couple, a more loving couple, a stronger couple. Learn to communicate, learn to love each other, learn to appreciate each other, and learn to remember that you two are in this together. You chose to be together, walk through this together. You two are going to pull through this. The pandemic will not stop you. If you have any questions that you'd like to write to me about relationships or marriages, feel free to write us on 22999 or reach us through our social media handle and start with the words, Dear Dan. I'll speak to you soon. Welcome back to Decoded. And right now I'm going to have a conversation, an in-depth conversation where we decode the matters raised by Mary. Mary, you mentioned that you study. You study what?
I'm doing statistics.
Statistics.
Yeah.
Oh, why did you choose such a course?
I love mathematics.
You love mathematics.
Yeah.
Hey, you're a lady of numbers, eh?
Yeah.
Do you feel like you lost some time in your life? Like there was an age where you lost quite a considerable amount of time?
Yeah, I lost some time. Quite a lot.
Quite
2
a lot.
years.
Yes, 2 years. You lost 2 years.
2 years.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. And right now you are how old?
I'm 24.
You're 24.
Yeah.
Okay. So I want to show you something over here. So this is your life clock. You say you're 24. So let's put it. And you got pregnant when you're
19.
19. Oh, you're 19. So you so you got pregnant when you're 19.
Yeah.
And now you ended up losing a couple of years. But so right now you're 24.
Yeah.
I just want to remind you that these are very crucial years in your life, 20s and 30s. You need to make use of them. And if you feel like you lost them, you know what? You've got a wonderful baby to raise, purity, and you can also redeem your time. It's not the end. And I love the fact that you say, like, you know what? You ended up going back to God. You know, you ended up healing. You're also a member of the Single and Safe group. And we just want to remind you, you know, that, you know what? You're on the right path. You're on the right path. You still have a lot of years to live. So keep making the right decisions. And if you're going to commit to a man, make sure it's the man who knows where you're going. So let me ask you this. Where do you see yourself when you're here? When you're 50s?
In 50s.
Yes.
Maybe I'll be a CEO somewhere.
A CEO somewhere,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
I like that. So have that vision. Be clear about where you want to go. Be clear about your desires and your pursuit in life, so that now when you choose a man, you choose the man who's going where you want to go, not a man who's wasting your time, and then you end up turning back the clock. No. Okay? Okay. Now, speaking also about men, you mentioned that you want to get married someday. So what kind of a man do you going to get married to? What qualities are these you're looking for? And they've been hard to find.
For me, I just need a God-fearing man. You know, if you have a man who fears God, all other virtues, you just fall in place.
Yeah.
Atakuwa loving, caring.
Yeah.
For me, just be God-fearing.
Yes.
So vitu zingine zitakuwa sawa.
Yes.
As long as unaogopa Mungu.
As long as you go for Mungu.
Yeah.
Has it been hard to get that kind of a man? I thought we are a predominantly godly generation. No,
People are not godly out here. People are not godly.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. But the same way that there's you who feels like you've worked on yourself, and do you feel like you possess the qualities that you look for in a man?
Yeah.
You possess those qualities.
Yeah.
So that's the first thing that you need to have. You have to first of all possess what it is that you're looking for. And then the second thing you need to have also is know yourself. Know what it is that you want to go. What kind of a woman do you want to be? And also healing. Healing. As you talked even earlier, we could see that you were crying, and that was a painful heart moment. And you've mentioned something very important. You have been healing from that. And maybe you'll be going through sometimes you relapse, and sometimes you look back and you remember those moments and then they hurt you, and you still want to cry. Or maybe you can meet a man who is coming and then who reminds you of your past, of that man who hurt you. But I like the fact that you said, I forgave that man, because that is very important. That's a powerful statement to say. You forgave that man. Is it a challenge sometimes when your daughter asks, like, hey?
No, she has never asked.
She's never asked.
She has never.
Yes. Because as she grows older, she might want to know. And I hear what you're saying, that you know what, you want to also give a father, the man that you're going to marry, God willing. So one of the things that you need to do, but then when you're getting to know a man, do you tell the man from the very beginning, I have a child?
Yeah.
You tell them that?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So they come to you with this vibe, wanakutongoza nini, and then you tell them, oh, just so you know, I have a child. Yes.
Yeah. Then some of them just leave.
Some of them that just
Hata endelea. I have a child, na hiyo ndio mwisho.
Yes. Even the married men, they leave.
Married men. I don't know what is going married men. Married men, you tell them you have a child. Sasa ni kama yeye sasa ni atakuambia ako nao wanne.
Yeah.
You know we can just do these things.
Yes.
Naweza kuweka na wewe sasa hiyo you are not up to that.
Yes.
Yeah,
yes.
you have your own other things to deal with. Yeah. But
You don't want that. You want a man of your own.
yeah.
Not a man that you're going to take who belongs to another woman. You want your own man. And that's a very important thing. So it's knowing the kind of man that you want and having your list, your non-negotiable things, that this is non-negotiable. I don't want a married man. I don't want a man who is just after my body or doesn't want to love my child. Those should be your non-negotiable. Like anyone who comes who has those, who cannot marry, who cannot rise to those non-negotiables, I end it. Just leave them alone. Just leave them alone. Tell me about your male friends. Do you have male friends?
Yeah.
Are they good male friends?
Yeah, they are good.
They're good.
Yeah.
So you're actually proving that they're actually good men here, right? So they are good men.
Yeah,
it's just that there's nothing romantic going on between you two.
Yeah.
So it's the men who want something romantic from you, au ndo wanakuanga kikwangusha.
Yeah.
Yes.
Juu, if you come for me, first nikikuambia like I have a child, you must at least show concern for that child. That's why you tell somebody I have a child. Yeah, nakwambia tu what he wants. No, what he wants. If it's not there, kamba umpei ni hivyo. Ameenda.
Yes. Yes. And sometimes also what they want is to become intimate with you.
Yeah.
That's what they want. And then you don't want to fall in the same trap that you fell in, that, you know, like that affected your life. So you're like, I have to protect myself. And that is very, very important, because let me tell you something, especially to the ladies. You are the ones who end up suffering a lot when it comes to pregnancy, especially unplanned pregnancies. Because as you've seen sometimes, yes, there are men who step up. There are men who go like, you know what, once you get a child, I'm still going to be in your life. But then we also have deadbeat fathers. So for the ladies, I just want to tell you, please just be careful. Even as you interact, you know, even as you engage, even as you become intimate, please be careful, because you don't want to put yourself in a position whereby you're going to have a child with somebody who bails out on you. And if you are a father out there, that you know very well you have a child that you're neglecting, or a deadbeat, you're becoming a deadbeat father, ask yourself, what would you do? How would you feel if that was you, if you were that child? Think about that. Let me ask you, what if this man one time came and said, you know what, I'm sorry. I'm sorry for going away. I want to come back. Let's have this family once again reunited, and it feels so good. What would you say?
I don't know.
No. You're done.
No, he might be coming to just give me the second one and disappear again. Why would I?
Why would you say?
Why will I accept?
Yes,
no?
yes. So now you also have your own expectations when it comes to intimacy. Like, you're very, very careful when it comes to that.
Yeah.
So you have to protect your body. You have to be responsible. And one of the ways of actually making a man responsible is you being defensive with your body. There you can actually tell which man is serious about you and which one is not. Because the men who are not serious about you, once you tell them, you know what, this is a no-go zone for now, because it's not forever, right? There's a time for that. But for men who are coming just to use you, once you tell them this is my no-go zone, so for now, they'll be like, where, you just stay away. Do you feel like also, as a single mother, people feel pity on you? Like, oh yeah, akona mtoto. Yeah. Do you feel like that sometimes?
Yeah. Yeah. Especially the times I used to stay with that child in Nairobi.
Yeah.
You could even sense the neighbors.
Yeah.
Unaona tu hawa ni kama wanioni vizuri.
Yes.
Unaona tu hawa ni kama wanioni vizuri, but I had to push on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And look at you now. Look at you now, studying statistics. When are you finishing your studies?
And next year.
Next year?
Yeah.
Wow, look at that.
Yeah, I mean, third year.
Third year.
Yeah.
So imagine you graduate, you get your good job, or you become your CEO of your company, you said when you're 50 years, and then your baby girl, all grown up, purity, making you proud. You're doing a great job as a mother. And, just continue doing what it is that you do. And that child that you're raising is going to be a huge blessing in your life. So continue to walk in that. And thank you so much for sharing with us your story. As we conclude, is there anything that you want to apologize to yourself for? Like, Mary, I'm sorry for doing this.
I'm sorry for being rebellious. I was very rebellious.
You're very rebellious?
Yeah,
okay.
I was very rebellious.
Okay. And is there anything that you want to appreciate yourself for? Like, Mary, I'm actually proud of you for this and this and this. Appreciate yourself.
I think I'm hardworking. Getting a child to 3 years, it's not easy.
It's not easy.
It's not easy.
Yes. So you appreciate yourself for that.
Yeah.
And then lastly, is there anything that you're committing to yourself from today?
Committing? No, just work on my salvation.
You work on your salvation.
Yeah.
So work on that.
Yeah.
The time for marriage will come. Right now is the time to build you and to grow you. That man that you're praying for, he will find you busy being you. Just grow yourself. Continue being an amazing mother. And your future is bright.
Amen.
Okay? Thank you so much. Well, I've had a conversation with Mary, and I pray that if you're a single mother, that, you know what, don't give up. It's not the end. And also to the men, because this is not about bashing the men, because we also want to celebrate the fathers. The single fathers out there, we celebrate you. So let's remember, getting a child is a blessing. Navigate it through life. This issue has been decoded.